Welcome to Utah's Back Road Adventures. I didn't go very far today on the back road. I'm in my own backyard today. But today I wanted to talk to you about wedding rings. Not that wedding ring. That wedding ring. The Mack wedding ring. I gotta be honest, I haven't given this a lot of chance when it comes to using this myself to catch any fish. I have not caught any fish on it when I've used it. But at the same time, I haven't really given it much of a chance. If you look up the reviews on it, it's a Mack's lure, and the reviews say it's a go-to. It's a real go-to, especially for trout and kokanee as well. So I did some research on it, and by that I mean I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how it works and how to use it, and I've learned quite a bit about it. And I'm going to show you how I rigged up my pole to do some trolling. I'm going to head to Deer Creek, and yeah, I'll show you how I rigged it up and we'll see if it works. So I've learned a whole bunch of ways to rig this up, and I've learned a few tips. So I'll show you what I've done. So one of the main tips that I kind of learned that I think might help me catch fish is that when you take these Mack's Lure wedding rings out of the package, it comes with a pretty heavy line, and I'm not sure what kind of line it is, but I've taken some advice to change out that line. Basically remove all of this and put it on a line that I like to use, that I know works. And for me, that's this Berkeley Vanish, and it's a 6-pound. And then another thing that I've learned is people like to tip these wedding rings with a worm or a mealworm, and a lot of people are saying that this hook that it comes with isn't quite big enough and isn't the correct type of hook. So I've seen some people change it out to like a cheese hook or a power bait hook style, but I'll show you what I've done on my rig. I changed it out. I changed the hook out to this G-lock style worm hook, and what that does is, you see the shape of it? When you put a worm on it, it kind of makes the action of that worm kind of wiggle and spin. So this is what I've done with my wedding ring rig. First thing I did was I took all of this off, and this is a different color wedding ring, as you can see, is what I was shown before. And I picked this color honestly because I've had a lot of luck with this perch style color at Deer Creek, and that was the closest thing I could try and do to match that color. So there's no science behind that, I just hope that it works. But I changed out the line. I basically removed the whole wedding ring system and changed out the line to that Berkeley Vanish style line, and then I changed out the hook. So I've got a little bit bigger hook. I'm able to tip that with a worm or a mealworm, and I'll get that action, and it's a little bit bigger hook, so hopefully it helps me catch that fish. So yeah, I've done that, and then I've got about, let's see, it's hard to show you while I'm in my music room here, but I've got my wedding ring. I've got about 2 feet of leader line, and then it goes to a swivel. And I've got a little bit of a weighted swivel, and the reason for that is the last time I've tied these on, I've just tied them on by themselves, and while I'm trolling on my kayak, I don't think that it's sinking down to where the fish were that day. And I'm kind of counting on the last time I fished Deer Creek, the thermocline where the fish were swimming was about 5 feet down. And I'm just guessing that that's going to be the same way it's going to be this weekend when I go, but who knows. But anyway, so after the swivel, from my pole, the string on my pole, I put a bullet slip weight. It's a bullet slip weight. Okay, and that allows it to go up and down, but it's not tied onto the string, so then that allows me to feel the action in my pole. And then I always put a little bead in front of that knot that goes to that swivel. So got my fishing pole line, slip weight, it's a bullet slip weight. I've got the bead, got the knot to my swivel, got my leader, 2 feet of leader, then the leader goes to the wedding ring, got the new hook on there, gonna try some worms, and hopefully that will get me down far enough. I can also adjust this. I put a bigger weight on it if the thermocline's a little bit lower. So that's the idea. Next video we'll try her out. Thanks.